Did you know that your kidneys are some of the most hardworking and underappreciated organs in your entire body? They filter your blood every single minute of every single day, removing toxins, balancing fluids, and helping your heart and brain function properly. Yet, most of us rarely think about them until something goes wrong. And when kidney problems start, they usually happen in silence. There's no loud warning, no obvious symptom at first. You might feel fine, just a bit more tired than usual, maybe more thirsty, or needing to visit the bathroom at night. But by the time you notice those changes, your kidneys may already have lost a significant part of their function. The sad truth is that most kidney damage develops slowly over years, often from small, daily habits that seem harmless. A few extra cups of coffee instead of water, processed snacks, long-term stress, or skipping sleep. They don't seem like much, but over time, they can quietly weaken the organs that keep your body clean from within. The good news is, if you understand what harms your kidneys and take simple, consistent actions to change those habits, you can protect them and even support healing, especially in the early stages. Your kidneys are resilient, but they have limits. They can handle toxins, sugar spikes, and pressure fluctuations to a certain point. But once that threshold is crossed, it becomes a struggle to recover. That's why today, we're going to talk about 10 common things people do every single day that slowly harm their kidneys, and what you can do differently to help them heal. Let's start with something that affects almost everyone in today's world: unstable blood sugar. You don't have to be diabetic for your blood sugar to damage your kidneys. Every time your blood sugar rises sharply after eating refined carbs or sugary foods, it causes micro damage inside the kidney's filtering units, called glomeruli. Think of these tiny filters like delicate nets. They trap waste and let clean fluid pass through. But when your blood is repeatedly flooded with sugar, those nets get clogged and scarred. Once scar tissue forms, those filters can't regenerate easily. Over years, that leads to reduced filtration and, eventually, chronic kidney disease. If you often feel sleepy after eating, crave sweets after meals, or find it hard to go long without food, your blood sugar might be fluctuating too much. To protect your kidneys, focus on stable blood sugar. That means reducing white bread, pasta, pastries, and soft drinks. Instead, eat real whole foods: leafy vegetables, fish, eggs, nuts, and healthy fats. Combine protein with good fats to avoid sugar crashes. And if you can, monitor your blood sugar 2 hours after eating. Ideally, it should stay under 110 milligrams per deciliter. Small daily changes can make a big difference over time. The next hidden kidney enemy comes from modern convenience: processed foods. Our shelves are filled with packaged snacks, fast meals, soft drinks, and preserved meats. They may save time, but they're loaded with phosphates, sodium, artificial additives, and poor quality oils that stress your kidneys. These ingredients make the kidneys work overtime, trying to filter out the chemicals. Over time, this causes inflammation and oxidative stress. Phosphates, in particular, are used in processed meats, soda, and even certain baked goods. They disrupt mineral balance and can accelerate kidney decline, especially in older adults. The solution is simpler than it seems. Go back to real food. Try cooking with whole ingredients at home. Fresh vegetables, herbs, and natural seasonings are your allies. Drink water or homemade herbal teas instead of soft drinks. Every time you choose a home-cooked meal over fast food, you're giving your kidneys a break, and more importantly, a chance to heal. Another common cause of silent kidney stress comes from overusing painkillers. Many people take non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs known as NSAIDs, like ibuprofen or naproxen, for headaches, back pain, or arthritis. While they do provide relief, using them frequently, especially without medical supervision, can reduce blood flow to the kidneys. Imagine the kidneys as filters that depend on steady blood circulation. When painkillers constrict blood vessels, those filters don't get enough oxygen or nutrients. Over time, this can cause permanent damage. The risk is even higher when you're dehydrated or have pre-existing kidney strain. If you rely on painkillers often, it might be time to look for natural alternatives. Turmeric, ginger, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil are gentle, natural anti-inflammatories that support healing instead of harming it. Regular stretching, good posture, and adequate hydration can also reduce pain without the chemical burden. Speaking of hydration, chronic dehydration is another daily habit that silently damages kidneys. Your kidneys need enough water to filter waste efficiently. When you don't drink enough, your blood becomes thicker, toxins accumulate, and minerals can crystallize into kidney stones. Many people mistake thirst for hunger or ignore it altogether. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already mildly dehydrated. If your urine is dark yellow, you're not drinking enough. Aim for clear or light-colored urine throughout the day. Replace sugary drinks, energy beverages, and excess coffee with clean water. If you work outdoors or sweat a lot, adding a pinch of sea salt or a small amount of electrolyte powder to your water helps maintain balance without overloading your kidneys. Remember, hydration isn't just about how much water you drink. It's about drinking steadily throughout the day. Another major factor that damages kidney health is high blood pressure. Most people see blood pressure as a heart issue, but it's deeply tied to the kidneys. Your kidneys help regulate blood pressure by balancing sodium and water levels. But when pressure stays high, it strains the delicate vessels inside the kidneys. Over time, that pressure creates a vicious cycle. High blood pressure damages kidneys, and damaged kidneys make it harder to control blood pressure. The cycle keeps feeding itself silently, often without symptoms until significant harm is done. If your blood pressure readings are consistently over 140, take it seriously. Don't just rely on medication. Address the root causes. Insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and stress are major drivers of high blood pressure. Reducing sugar, eating nutrient-rich foods, and walking daily can all help stabilize it. Limiting sodium only matters if your kidneys are already compromised. Otherwise, a balanced mineral intake from natural foods is usually safe. The truth is, protecting your kidneys doesn't mean living under strict rules. It's about awareness and small, smart decisions that compound over time. Every time you skip soda and choose water, every time you swap processed snacks for real food, or take a short walk after a meal, you're giving your kidneys the care they deserve. Your kidneys are not fragile, but they are sensitive to balance. They depend on harmony within your body, between sugar and insulin, minerals and hydration, pressure and relaxation. When that balance is lost day after day, their ability to filter and regenerate weakens. One of the biggest culprits that disrupts this balance is sugar. Excess sugar is like a slow poison to your kidneys. It doesn't just raise your blood sugar, it creates inflammation, raises uric acid, and leads to fat buildup inside your liver. Over time, that combination increases the workload on your kidneys, forcing them to filter out excess waste while dealing with the metabolic chaos sugar causes. Fructose, the type of sugar found in soft drinks, fruit juice, and processed snacks, is especially harmful. It gets processed primarily in the liver, creating byproducts that lead to insulin resistance and higher uric acid levels. Elevated uric acid not only causes gout, but also increases kidney strain. You may not feel it, but your kidneys do. If you often crave sweets or drink fruit juice thinking it's healthy, remember that most juices have as much sugar as soda. The best thing you can do for your kidneys is to reduce all forms of added sugar and liquid calories. Instead, enjoy whole, low-glycemic fruits like berries, apples, or citrus in moderation. Now, let's talk about another misunderstood factor: protein. Many people believe eating high amounts of lean protein builds strength and health. And while protein is essential for muscle and repair, too much lean protein, especially without enough fat, can produce excess nitrogen waste. That nitrogen becomes urea, which your kidneys must filter out. In healthy people, moderate protein is fine, but for those with reduced kidney function, that extra load becomes stressful. It's like overworking a filter that's already under pressure. Balance is key here. If you eat meat, include healthy fats from eggs, avocado, olive oil, or fatty fish. These fats help slow down protein metabolism and stabilize blood sugar. Avoid protein powders or processed shakes unless recommended by a healthcare professional, as many contain additives and synthetic ingredients that add to the kidney's burden. And if your doctor tells you your filtration rate, known as eGFR, is below 60, that's your cue to moderate protein intake until function improves. Another major reason kidney disease goes unnoticed for so long is that people rarely check their lab markers properly. Most people only look at their blood sugar or cholesterol, but not their kidney numbers. The two key markers you should know are eGFR and BUN. eGFR stands for Estimated Glomerular Filtration Rate. It tells you how efficiently your kidneys are filtering blood. A healthy eGFR is usually above 90. When it drops below 60, that's a sign of reduced function, even if you feel fine. BUN, or blood urea nitrogen, measures the amount of waste nitrogen in your blood. High levels can indicate that your kidneys are struggling to eliminate waste. The tricky part is that standard lab reports often mark normal ranges that don't always represent optimal health. Many people have results slightly below optimal, but are told everything is fine, until years later when chronic damage appears. The best approach is to track your numbers yearly, understand your trends, and discuss them with a healthcare professional who looks beyond just normal ranges. The earlier you catch small changes, the easier it is to reverse them. Now let's move to something less physical but equally powerful: stress. Chronic stress is one of the most underestimated causes of kidney decline. When you are constantly anxious, rushed, or worried, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol raises blood sugar, increases blood pressure, and keeps your body in a state of alert. Over time, this leads to inflammation, insulin resistance, and exhaustion. The kidneys, being very sensitive to blood pressure and circulation, suffer in this environment. Constant stress keeps your nervous system switched on, preventing proper blood flow to vital organs. You might think stress is just mental, but your kidneys feel it physically. Think about how your body reacts under stress. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tighten, and your breathing becomes shallow. All of these reactions divert energy away from your organs, including the kidneys. Over months or years, that becomes chronic strain. The solution isn't to eliminate stress completely. That's impossible. But to manage it wisely. Deep breathing, short walks in nature, sunlight exposure, meditation, and adequate sleep are not luxuries. They're biological necessities for your kidneys to function and heal. Sleep, in particular, is when your body repairs itself. During deep sleep, blood flow to the kidneys stabilizes, and hormones involved in healing are released. When you skip sleep or stay up scrolling through your phone, you interrupt that process. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of restorative sleep each night. If you wake up frequently or feel unrefreshed, work on your evening routine. Avoid caffeine late in the day, limit screen time before bed, and keep your bedroom cool and dark. Small improvements here can have enormous effects on your blood pressure, stress levels, and kidney recovery. Now, we come to one of the most powerful underlying causes of kidney failure in the modern world: insulin resistance. You might have heard of it in the context of diabetes, but it begins long before diabetes is diagnosed. Insulin resistance means your cells stop responding properly to insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar out of your blood and into your cells. When that happens, your pancreas produces more insulin to compensate. High insulin levels cause inflammation, increase fat storage, and damage blood vessels, including those inside the kidneys. What makes insulin resistance so dangerous is that it can exist silently for years. Your fasting glucose might look normal, but your body is already struggling. By the time your blood sugar rises, Your kidneys have already been under stress for a long time. That's why testing only blood sugar isn't enough. Ask for fasting insulin, A1C, or a test called HOMA-IR to get a full picture of your metabolic health. Reversing insulin resistance isn't about quick fixes. It's about consistent lifestyle changes. Reduce sugar and refined carbs. Eat balanced meals rich in nutrients. Walk after meals to help glucose control and manage stress. Even 20 to 30 minutes of daily walking can dramatically improve insulin sensitivity. Combine that with proper hydration and good sleep, and your kidneys get a chance to recover naturally. At this point, you might notice a pattern. Every habit that harms the kidneys is linked to modern living: processed food, sugar, stress, and lack of rest. The body has an amazing ability to heal when given the right environment, but it can't do that while it's overloaded with toxins, inflammation, or constant stress. Your kidneys don't need expensive detox products or miracle cures. What they truly need is a break from the daily abuse and steady support from healthy habits. Your kidneys are not isolated from the rest of your body. They are deeply connected to your heart, your liver, and even your brain. When you protect one system, the others improve too. That's why many people who focus on better kidney health also notice more energy, clearer thinking, and better digestion. The kidneys reflect the state of your overall health. When they thrive, everything else begins to align. Now that you understand how these everyday habits can damage your kidneys, let's talk about what true healing looks like. Healing your kidneys is not about chasing perfection or following strict diets that make life difficult. It's about creating an environment inside your body where your kidneys can do what they were designed to do: filter, cleanse, and restore balance. Your body is intelligent, and when you remove the things that harm it and replace them with things that nourish it, it starts to repair itself literally. Start with awareness. Notice your daily habits without judgment. Are you drinking enough water, or are you relying on coffee and soda to get through the day? Are most of your meals made from whole ingredients, or are they coming out of a packet or a drive-through window? Becoming aware of your choices is the first step to change. Every decision you make either supports your kidneys or strains them. And the beautiful thing is, even small improvements compound over time. Drinking one extra glass of water each day, cooking at home one more night per week, or taking a short walk after dinner may seem minor, but they add up to real transformation. Next, remember that your kidneys love balance. Too much of anything, even something healthy, can become stressful if done to excess. That includes high-protein diets, extreme fasting, or excessive supplements. More isn't always better. What your kidneys need most is consistency, not intensity. Eat real food, stay hydrated, get enough rest, and manage stress. That's the foundation. From there, everything else starts to fall into place. If you already know your kidney function is lower than ideal, don't lose hope. Kidneys can often stabilize and, in many cases, improve when the right changes are made early. Focus on stabilizing blood sugar and blood pressure, reducing inflammation, and supporting circulation. Gentle movement, like walking, stretching, or yoga, keeps blood flowing to your kidneys and helps oxygen reach those delicate filters. Don't underestimate the power of calm breathing and relaxation. These lower cortisol levels and reduce the hidden tension that silently damages organs over time. Think about your sleep, too. While you rest, your body performs internal housekeeping, repairing tissues, balancing hormones, and clearing waste. Skipping sleep is like skipping maintenance for a car. You can get away with it for a while, but eventually, things start to break down. Protect your sleep like you protect your health. Avoid caffeine after mid-afternoon, dim your lights at night, and keep a consistent bedtime. The kidneys, like all organs, thrive in rhythm. Give your body a regular pattern, and it will reward you with more stable energy and function. Emotional well-being plays a surprising role as well. Chronic anger, fear, and anxiety create physical stress signals that affect kidney circulation. On the other hand, gratitude, calm, and connection have measurable effects on lowering inflammation and improving blood flow. Simple moments, like taking a quiet breath, enjoying sunlight on your skin, or expressing appreciation to someone, shift your body toward healing. You don't need perfection. You need presence. Your body listens to the messages you send it every day. When you treat it with kindness and patience, it responds in kind. If you've been told that kidney disease is irreversible, understand that while advanced stages can be difficult to reverse, early and moderate stages often respond well to lifestyle change. Even slowing the progression is a victory. Each percent of kidney function you preserve is precious. Doctors and medicine play an important role, but the daily choices you make determine how far your kidneys can go. Nutrition, hydration, rest, and movement. These are your most powerful medicines, and they're free. Let's revisit the big picture for a moment. Avoiding kidney damage is not about living in fear. It's about empowerment. You now know that sugar spikes, processed foods, painkillers, dehydration, high blood pressure, excessive protein, ignored lab tests, chronic stress, and insulin resistance are all things that wear your kidneys down. But you also know how to counter each one with real food, steady hydration, mindful rest, balanced nutrition, and emotional peace. Knowledge without action changes nothing. The secret is to start now, even if it's one small step. If you drink 2 or 3 sodas a day, replace one of them with water. If you often skip breakfast and eat a large processed meal later, try adding a small, nutrient-rich meal earlier in the day. If you're constantly under stress, schedule 5 quiet minutes in your day to breathe deeply or stretch. Don't underestimate small changes. Your body notices them instantly. Within weeks, you may feel more energy, better focus, and more stable mood, all signs that your kidneys and metabolism are thanking you. Healing is not about perfection. It's about direction. As long as you are moving toward balance, you are healing. If you stumble, simply return to what you know works. Your kidneys are forgiving, but they need your consistency. They've been supporting you every day of your life, quietly, tirelessly, without complaint. Maybe it's time you return the favor. Imagine waking up feeling clear and refreshed, knowing that your body is clean, your blood pressure is stable, and your energy is steady throughout the day. That's what kidney health feels like. It's not just about avoiding disease. It's about creating a foundation for longevity and vitality. When your kidneys are strong, your heart, brain, and immune system all benefit. You think more clearly, move more easily, and age more gracefully. So, let this be your turning point. Don't wait for symptoms or a diagnosis to start caring for your kidneys. Prevention is the most powerful medicine there is. Each glass of water you drink, each whole meal you prepare, each night you choose to rest instead of scroll. These are not small acts. They are investments in your health, your future, and your peace of mind. Every healthy choice you make gives your kidneys one more reason to keep doing their job beautifully. You have more control than you realize. The path to stronger kidneys and better health is already in your hands. Start today, one simple step at a time. Drink more water, eat whole food, move your body, rest deeply, breathe slowly, and above all, believe in your body's capacity to heal. Because when you give your kidneys what they truly need, balance, nourishment, and care, they respond with quiet strength that will support you for the rest of your life.